What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. So Beyonce said, y'all are not going to play on my name or my song, right? So she is the third artist that has sent Donald Trump a cease and desist. You guys remember Celine Dion also told him, do not use her song, My Heart Will Go On. Isaac Hayes the third told Donald Trump not to use his family's music as well. And so now, of course, we know that Kamala Harris was approved to use Beyonce's song Freedom in her campaign, and she has done so. And of course, I'm sure she probably, took the necessary steps to reach out to Beyonce's camp, gain permission, and being the vice president and also the first Black woman nominee, Beyonce, of course, would, lend her support. Donald Trump, on the other hand, he's following in his wife's footsteps, right? With Melania plagiarizing Michelle Obama's speech, which I don't know if you guys had a chance to see the Obamas last night, but they were amazing. But he just, I guess, saw that Kamala Harris used Beyonce's song in her campaign and without taking the necessary steps, which Donald Trump is nothing but consistent, right? He believes that if you're a star, they'll just let you do it. So he just went ahead and essentially used it without permission from Beyonce. So now she's sending him a cease and desist. Rolling Stone has been told by a source close to Beyonce that the Trump campaign did not receive permission to use the Lemonade track in the 13-second video of Trump getting off a plane in Michigan, and that the Trump campaign spokesperson Stephen Chung posted on Tuesday. At the time of the press release today, the video is still up on Chung's Twitter account, despite her label issuing a cease and desist. See, so they just want to get sued. That's ridiculous. On Monday, the Harris Walls campaign debuted a new soundtrack with Beyonce's song Freedom and actor Jeffrey Wright providing the narration. Wright says, "What kind of America do we want?" He asks. One where we're divided, angry, or depressed? Come on, we're Americans. Fascism, we conquered it. The moon, landed on it. The future, building it. Freedom, nobody loves it more. Harris has been using Freedom with Beyonce's permission since her presidential campaign began earlier this summer. At her first public appearance after securing Biden's endorsement, Harris walked out to the podium while Freedom played in the background. Not long after, her campaign dropped an official launch video featuring the song. Trump, meanwhile, is notorious for using music at his campaign rallies without the artist's permission. And with the former president receiving pushback and legal threats for over a dozen, see, I just thought it was Celine and Isaac Hayes the third, not dozens. That is horrible. Dozens of musicians over the unauthorized usage of their song. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was pretty short for a Rolling Stone article. Usually theirs is a lot longer than that. But Beyonce said, y'all are not going to play on my name. I don't blame her. I really don't. She's, stand on business. People are not here for Project 2025 and all of the division and just what the Republican Party stands for. Unfortunately, like the Obamas said, there is a large demographic, there's a large number of people in this country who will back Donald Trump just for the sake of, maintaining the status quo. And a lot of people, they do believe in what, the things that he says. And it's mind blowing sometimes, but Beyonce is not one of them. And so, she said that you will not be using my song, one, without my permission, right? That's disrespectful in and of itself. Even if, his platform was just decent, which, that's, I guess, relative. But to use someone's artistry, to use someone's work without their permission is disrespectful, right? Kamala Harris went through the necessary channels, even as the vice president of the United States, right, the second most powerful person in the world, the most powerful woman in the world, reached out to Beyonce to secure her permission before using the song. And the roll call last night was amazing. I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch it or saw the clips online, but I love the fact that Little John was there. I love the fact that they incorporated Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us and California Love into, Kamala's home state. I love the energy. The energy of the DNC is what really inspired a lot of people. I've been seeing a lot of clips online of people saying that they were previous, lifelong Republican voters and how they switch parties. And I hope that they're being honest, right? I really, truly hope that a lot of people have had a change of heart in regards to, and I'm not endorsing one party or another, but what I'm saying is listening to their reasoning, their rationale behind changing parties. They were saying that they wanted a platform that focused on joy and hope, which is what Kamala Harris and Tim Walz is their platform focuses on, versus staying in the past, right? Like Harris and Walz, they're focusing on moving forward. Their moniker is "We are not going back. When we fight, we win." And Trump's is, "Make America Great Again." He's living in the past of what this country was. And they're rolling back, civil rights and affirmative action and, women's reproductive rights and child labor laws. The child labor laws is what, my heart goes out to kids growing up nowadays. Not only do they have the pressures of social media and everybody having their camera phone, and it's like you can't hardly make a youthful mistake without it being recorded on a loop, but also just the fact that so many of the adults that are supposed to put protections in your life that guard you, that safeguard you while you're at work, a lot of these are just being pushed back for capitalism reasons. And so that's a lot of the things that the Republicans are standing for. They're trying to dismantle the Department of Education. That's a part of Project 2025. And that is heartbreaking for, children coming up just trying to better themselves. One of the, I don't know, the tenets or the premise of the American dream or the foundations of this country is that you can start from the bottom or the middle class and be anything that you want to be. That's not possible in every country. And so for Donald Trump to want to remove all of those civil rights, essentially, that, those who came before us marched for and bled for, the Voting Rights Act and, all these things, just to protect our children and their education. They really do, in my opinion, want a workforce, a labor force of people, without unions, without pensions, without Social Security, without an education. They want women essentially barefoot and pregnant. All of these things that were so prevalent and salient within our, national culture last century, right? Is not the idea that, or the American idealism that we have in 2024. That is, in my opinion, horrific. Now, again, I'm not telling you who to vote for. Everyone has the opportunity to make their own decisions based on their own value systems. But it was refreshing to see that, to see the energy of the DNC last night, to see, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama really encourage people to vote with their conscience, to vote, logically, to have empathy, to care about one another. That's something that's been missing particularly with the last administration. And so seeing those people online who said, before I was raised to be a lifelong Republican, I really didn't question it or I didn't think about it critically. But now comparing the two administrations between Harris, wanting to, encourage joyfulness and moving forward, onward, progression versus being stagnant and stuck and, divisive rhetoric that I was, conditioned to believe all my life as the only way to go with the GOP. They're like, I'm choosing to make a different choice. Now, again, when people get alone in that voting booth, no one can see the choice that they make, and that's between them and their creator, their conscience. But I'm hopeful. I'll say that I'm hopeful after seeing the things last night. But Hillary was leading Trump in the polls during their past campaigns during this time. When Hillary Clinton got up there, she was like, Trump was attacking Kamala Harris, her laugh, her, disposition. She's like, I can relate. So everyone projected Hillary Clinton to win, and then Trump ended up being the winner. So we know it's going to be a close race, but I'm glad Beyonce is standing on business. I really hope that they honor that cease and desist. If not, she has the coins to take them to court if need be. But you guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Beyonce sending the Trump campaign a cease and desist because he essentially stole the song that Kamala Harris got approved to use, Freedom. With that being said, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.